heartfelt thanks to Professor Dr. Sandeep Kumar sir for giving me this opportunity, and my wishes and my regards to all the dignitaries who are joined today here, from Justice Dr. Ambedkar sir, Justice Kribakaran sir, our senior professor Dr. Gandhi sir, and Srinivasan Raghavan sir, all other. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I don't want to take much time. I'm directly getting into the topic today. So the topic what I'm going to discuss today is about the police administration and the CJS. So CJS and the police administration, it cannot be separated. It has to be traveled parallelly. An effective functioning of criminal justice system is partly or parallelly or partially depend on the functions of this police administration. So we know that it is part and parcel of the functionaries of the procedural law also, because the primary function are being executed or implemented only by the police administration, and from that only we are coming to the secondary part of the criminal administration, either the trial or the execution or the execution of the punishment and other thing. So on the other hand, we have to thought about the role and their contributions on what are all the issues that are being faced by the police administration. How could that can be more strengthened, or how could it can be more widened due to the necessity of the hour of the day today. So as said by my earlier speaker, my respected Vijayalakshmi madam, so she mentioned about various training programs for the budding lawyers, law students, even judges, and as well as the judicial officers. Along with that, it is the need of the hour to give some training process to the enforcement agencies like police administration also. So we are being transformed from traditional crime to the contemporary types of crime, more particularly cyber crime. And we are going to jump into the next type of crime, that is organized crime. So which is totally a neglected area, which is totally an forgotten area in the criminal justice administration. Recently, government of Tamil Nadu also has announced that they are going to frame a legislation on this organized crimes. So on this one part, on the other hand, we have the cyber crimes and the cyber forensic and cyber crime investigation. That is also, which is a growing effect going on, and an inevitable evil that is growing in along with the science and technology. So day by day, we are coming across various issues relating to the cyber crime, various issues relating to the cyber harassment, and we are coming across various child abuses, child sexual abuses and harassments also. So what are all the lacking factor with respect to this police administration in smooth functioning of this criminal justice system or administration is one of the major challenge that has been posed before the judicial officers, and as well as the people, those who are standing before the court expecting the remedies from the hands of the judiciary. So in such a case, so far we had come across various national commissions and national police commissions and its recommendation, and we have to thought that how many of these reports has been properly implemented or properly executed in an effective manner to go for a proper function. It starts from 1979 and still it is going on. And we know that we are having this Police Act 1861, which is a very age-old act. It's said by the earlier speaker, Madam Adilakshmi Rogamurthy. So still we are depending on this Police Act and we are not ready to go for the next one. So starting from the various reports submitted by the National Police Commission, it includes various reports, just like reports against the police when it is about this custodial rape or custodial death, and the another report speaks about the role of police in an investigation and the influences made by various influential powers in the investigation, how come they are being influencing and devastating the investigating purpose. And the third one, that report speaks about the interlink or the contributions or the working pattern of police with that of the weaker section. So weaker section, either it may be the disadvantaged group, or it may be the vulnerable group, or it may be the neglected group. And more particularly, the National Police Commission speaks about the these weaker sections which belongs to SC/ST or child rights group or children or transgenders or this stateless persons or prisoners. So how they have to go in hand with these people when they are handling cases on them. And they gave guidelines also to appoint special officers to deal with this. So that's what we are having, special juvenile police units, and we are having the dowry prohibition officers, protection officers under the DV Act, DP Act, and we have special officers under the POSCO Act also. So whether how come they are effectively functioning is a question over here. And along with that, we have various amendments happened out of this recommendations given by the National Police Commission, which happened in the Code of Criminal Procedure regarding this handcuffing, regarding the rights of the arrested person during the course of investigation, before arrest, during arrest, and after arrest, and usage of this handcuff and other things were also being came into force. And the fourth National Police Commission has talked about the role, powers of the police in registering the FIR, and more particularly the powers of the police during the course of investigation. So it starts from section 154 to 173, how they are going to apply these powers and how they have to be given a free hand in conducting investigation to bring out or to detect the actual offender who has committed the crime. And more particularly, it speaks about the offenses which are being settling down outside the court. Still we are facing this. So we have, though we have the compounding offense, though we have the plea bargaining, though we have the other set of matters where we can settle the matters, still cases are going on outside settlement, like car panchayat or settlement agencies, where getting money from one party and giving to the another party, where police are also acting as an intermediary in between these sorts of cases. And it speaks about the third degree method during the course of arrest or during the course of investigation. And for this purpose, the National Police Commission wants to set up a committee for all these activities during the course. And the most important report which is given by the National Police Commission happened in the 5th police report, because they start to think about the working pattern, the other side, the dark side of the police administration also. So more particularly what they state is that they don't want to go for a psychological test. So when they're going for the police recruitment, the psychological test also made compulsorily to think about it. And the recent amendments and the recent statements given by the government of Tamil Nadu as well as the DGP of state government, Dr. Sailendra Babu also, they came up with the various reformatory approach towards the police administration, like a weekly holiday or yoga or therapeutic measures for them, those who are continuously working. So when we are lively witnessing the role or the service rendered by the police during any natural calamities or natural casualties, we can take an example during this COVID lockdown which happened in 2020 March. Immediately the frontline workers, includes the police also, how come they have been functioning along with the functioning of this preventive measures also. And during this natural calamities like a flood or a cyclone or a tsunami, whatever it may be, those are the people coming at the front line and taking steps to protect all the people, those who are in need. So this is not a separate powers that have been given to the police. This is coming along with their usual routine primary function as a preventive functions also. So for this, in this report, the police commission state that they need an training. From time to time, they should be given a training. Not for training is not just like a name covers to update them, to uproot them from to go in along with the recent necessity or the recent development which happened. So that's what in the Judicial Academy or as well as in the Police Academy, they are giving several training measures to deal with the cases, newly emerging crimes like cyber crime, or it may be the organized crime, or it may be the crimes relating to trafficking, it may be drug trafficking or human trafficking or arms trafficking, whatever it may be. So these sorts of measures are also being mentioned in the 5th report of the Police Commission. And more particularly, they want to talk about the victims also, roles, victim and the police. So always there is a gap between the police and the public. So it may be due to several reasons. It may be the past happening, or it may be the present happening, or it may be the inbuilt intuition that so this is what should happen inside the police, or should be the police, the nature. So always there is a distant relationship between the police and the victim, and it was a very long, or it's a huge gap between the police and the advocacy and the legal fraternity side. So this has to be removed, and we have to be very we have to understand and we have to accept the thing that police and the advocates, or they should not work, or they should not exercise their duties individually, it has to go parallelly. So the functionaries which comes from the police, next comes the counsel, public prosecutor, defense counsel, then only the criminal court. So the first three functionary, if it goes hand in hand, definitely the court is at an ease point to complete the cases and grant justice and to give remedy to the people, those who are in need. So it speaks about the victims, participation of victim, and the role of victim and the relationship between the police and the victims. And it speaks about the women policing also. One of the tremendous effect happened in India, the role of women policing. That's what we have, various reformations with respect to women related crimes. And the sixth report speaks about the cadres, which is not most mandatory because it is their administrative powers. And seventh report, again, a most important report, which speaks about the norms. So, for example, general diary or the control room or the case diary, and not involvement of police into the civil activities. So all these things, along with the other police forces like paramilitary forces, armed forces, and central armed forces, and drug related forces, all these people comes within that. So, and at last the 8th police commission report, which speaks about the police accountability. So police accountability is always there, and we have various organizations to take accountability of the police, either through the police department or by the national or state human rights commission, and other agencies are there to fix the accountability on the police. If it is maybe the false arrest, or it may be the illegal detention, or it may be the fake encounters, or it may be the lockup harassment or women harassment. So all these things falls within it. So what is the need of the hour? How to reform as a smart police? What is the most needed steps to be taken with respect to convert the police into smart police? So the three things comes to our mind at first when we thought about the smart policing. One is improvement of the capacity and infrastructures of the police forces. So whatever the police force, the infrastructure, the hierarchy, and the structural pattern inside the police structure should be reformed now. So we have various wings like railways, we have uniformed services, and we have this crime, and we have law and order, we have cyber crime. So this is not enough at this point of time. We need a proper structural organized pattern of hierarchical pattern in the police structure and the infrastructure also. So police should be given a highly equipped materials, highly equipped technologies, and they should be properly trained, or they should be assisted with the help of these experts in confronting cases like that, or in taking matters or investigating matters with respect to these also, because now we are coming across various transnational crimes also. So nowadays we are witnessing various cases relating to drug trafficking, a lot of cases relating to human trafficking. So in those particular cases, we need an expert to go in hand to assist the police powers in police administration to make the case more effective. And the second factor which is necessary for the smart policing is that the constitution of police force and go for a legislative reformation among the police forces. So as we said earlier, Police Act itself is not enough to handle the administration or a proper administration of police. We have to go for a proper legislation, and for each and every special act, when we are discussing about, when we are designating a special police for that, at the same time we have to give a proper training, proper designation, and proper infrastructure for those special trained police forces. For example, we have the special juvenile police unit under the Juvenile Justice Act. If we take a data, if you conduct a research, how many police stations are having this special juvenile police unit to handle these child-related cases? How many protection officers are there with respect to the Dowry Prohibition Act? How many protection officers are there with respect to the DV Act or for the POSCO Act? So there was a continuous training process which has been given by the police academy to the police forces from the level of inspector of police to the SI of police, for how to create awareness and how to create an sensitization on this harassment, more particularly child sexual harassment. So that is very much lacking among the police, because they are well strewed, they are well equipped with respect to handling matters relating to traditional crime. No one is equal to our Indian police with respect to traditional crime, but with respect to the contemporary crime, with respect to the cyber crime, we need to train them more and more for the proper and effective administration. And the third smart policing is that technological scaling up. That's what I'm stating again and again. Technological scaling up or technological support is not only giving training, a 1 week class, a 1 week training program, that is not at all enough. So they need a practical training. So they should be in contact, or there should be an MOU between the academic sector, said by Madam Vijayalakshmi. So police force, those who are in lacking either in cyber investigation or in the forensic investigation or in the cyber forensic investigation. So for the first time in India, National Law School in India, that is in Bangalore, they're having the advanced cyber security or cyber forensic center, where which they are giving practical training to all sorts of police officials in and around the state of Karnataka. So this sort of setup must be there. Each and every state police should be go in hand with the particular experts or experts committees. For example, Tamil Nadu government should go in a MOU with either the Anna University or the universities like a law university with us, so that they can be given a practical training how to equip themselves, how to update themselves, how to upgrade themselves with relating to these sorts of crime, in handling crimes relating to the cyber crime, or it may be the organized crime. So for a simple example, cyber crime, if I'm going to the police station for filing a complaint about my mobile missing, the two data only they're expecting. One is what is your IME number and what about your mobile number. That's it. So, but nowadays the cyber criminals are more advanced, clever and intelligent than the law enforcing agency. So we have to travel, or we have to upgrade the level of the police in par with the development of science and technology. For this, the technological scaling is also very much important. And for this purpose only, so it is my humble recommendation, or it's my humble observation want to made over here. So it's a right time for the police organization, police setup in the state of Tamil Nadu along with the government of Tamil Nadu. So this police organization should be go in along with the experts for train themselves, for equip themselves. So there are various agencies, those who are training, like a judicial academy or police academy or an institute of management studies. Now it has been an institute of administrative schools. So they are also giving, but that is not enough now. So they have to approach and appropriate and apt and the actual agency for their empowerment, for their establishment of the proper handling of cases. That is the most need of the hour today. On the other hand, what are all the issues faced by the police? So we have to go for the reformatory approach towards the police administration. Also, we have to give them an humane approach towards their working pattern. So what is their working time? So it is not like that from like all of us from 9 to 5 or 9 to 10. So it is an around the clock from 24/7. So this has to be taken into consideration. So why they are going all these things? So there are various measures to be taken into consideration, because police as a primary function, as a preventive function, as a primary functionary in the procedural code or the criminal justice administration, their role is inevitable, their contributions are inevitable, their service are inevitable. But on the other hand, they have to be properly equipped and they have to be properly trained. And the conferences like this, and I request Sanpat Kumar sir to conduct a unique or a separate conference in association with the police academy or in association with the police department for sensitizing programs on police officers also, which will be very much helpful for them. A continuous process will be helpful for them. And so with this, I just want to conclude my remarks. So not always we have to approach police with an any alien or any other intuition. So there are some factors are also that we have to thought about the police administration. So thank you so much for this opportunity. Really, it gives me really it's a pleasure and privilege for me in among the various dignitaries among this conference. Thank you so much, sir, for second time you are permitting me to present my thought over this conference. And I am looking forward for various conferences on various themes from this noble platform, SATTKADIR. And I want to register my gratitude towards Sanpat Kumar sir for his tireless effort. So continuously, sir is doing various activities and various development process. Thank you so much, sir. Good wishes and prayers for your good health. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care of you.